We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or other abusive comments and actions directed at the officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and may be grounds for removal from Stuart Field. Fans, welcome to Fan Appreciation Night here at Stuart Field, sponsored by the Student Athlete Advisory Council as part of our D3 week celebrations. And now would all fans please rise if you're able. Remove your hats as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Aurora University Spartans. Coached by head coach Reed Mayberry, assistant coaches Joseph Day, Cameron Arnaud, and Kyle Hahn. A junior attacker from St. Louis, Missouri, number 4, Tyler Forstall. A senior long stick midfielder from Tacoma, Washington, number 15, Benjamin Jasper. Junior defender from Grafton, Wisconsin, number 19, Zach Klug. A junior long stick midfielder from Eagle, Idaho, number 20, Austin Spokley. A junior midfielder from Blaine, Minnesota, number 25, Owen Spencer. Junior midfielder from Frederick, Maryland, number 28, Eli Etzler. A sophomore defender from Lincoln, Nebraska, number 32, Noah Kosmicki. Sophomore goalkeeper from South Jordan, Utah, number 35, Asher Deputy. A senior attacker from Warrington, Virginia, number 43, Rylan Pora. And a first-year attacker from Eagan, Minnesota, number 51, Griffin Joes. Oh, God, here we go. If my hands wouldn't freeze. Mary, hold it. And now the starting lineups for your IllinoisTech Scarlet Hawks. Scarlet Hawks are coached by head coach Dan Sharbaugh in his 6th season, assistant coaches Frank Weschler and Oliver Kennedy. A first-year defender from Woodbury, Minnesota, number 2, Bodie Gortson. Junior attacker from Denver, Pennsylvania, number 3, Alexander Stockerp. A graduate student defender from Bay Village, Ohio, number 4, Henry Rankin. Senior attacker from Haydenville, Massachusetts, number 5, Yano Porter. A first-year attacker from Morgantown, West Virginia, number 7, Connor Montgomery. In goal for the Hawks, a senior from Lakewood, California, number 8, Kyle Johnson. Sophomore defender from Round Lake Beach, Illinois, number 10, Owen Silverman. A junior attacker from Woodland Hills, California, number 12, Jackson Rass. First-year attacker from West Dundee, Illinois, number 18, Will Von Iser. And a junior midfielder from Los Angeles, California, number 20, Diego Sosa. Tonight's officials, referee Dick Dooley, umpire John Harris, and field judge Sam Story. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Stuart Field here on the campus of the Illinois Institute of Technology for tonight's men's lacrosse matchup, this Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference matchup between the visiting Aurora University Spartans, coming in with a record of 6-5 overall, 6-0 in conference, against the IllinoisTech Scarlet Hawks, who are also 6-5 and 5-1 in conference. Hello, everyone. This is Eric Willowhite, the Sports Information Director for IllinoisTech Athletics. I'm going to bring you the call for tonight's matchup between the Spartans and the Scarlet Hawks. This is a big match for the Scarlet Hawks, obviously. Chance to knock off the top team in the conference and one of the top teams in the region here in the Aurora University Spartans, but it's going to be a tall task. The Spartans have run roughshod through the conference, winning their conference games in double-digit fashion pretty much in every game they've played. So we're scoreless here with about 2 minutes into the match. Aurora University in their traveling blues with white numerals and white trim. They'll be going left to right on your viewing screen to start the first quarter. The IllinoisTech Scarlet Hawks in their home whites with red shorts and red numerals, black trim. They'll be going right to left. Aurora, a couple shots in a row here. That one off the stick of Chris Bucci. And that one went wide. 30 seconds on the shot clock. And streaming behind the net there is Griffin Jose. Now he's trying to peel out, look for an angle there. And they get it up high. 18 seconds on the shot clock and a slip there, but getting back on his feet was Ben Strub. And Strub gets the goal. So Ben Strub with the early goal, and Aurora takes a 1-0 lead with 12:12 to go here in the first quarter. Aurora goal scored by number 17, Ben Strub. Well, Strub, it's the opening goal of the match. The Spartans take a 1-0 lead, again with 12:12 to go. In the circle we go, and that ground ball is going to be recovered by Owen Spencer, so a face-off win there for the Spartans. There's Rylan Pora. He'll get the ball up high. They'll swing it over to the far side. And dancing up there is Tyler Forstall. Forstall gets it behind the net to Joas. Back over to the far side and Rylan Pora. I forgot the far side's my side, near side your side, and that's where we are right now. Near side play for the Spartans. And Owen Spencer. Ball loose, and that's going to be picked up by the Scarlet Hawks coming from behind. And a clear attempt for IllinoisTech as carrying that ball forward is Owen Duisaki, who got the ground ball, and the IllinoisTech got the clear. Now here's Jackson Brass. Brass will circle behind the net. Goalkeeper Asher Deputy for Aurora as that ball comes up high over to Connor Montgomery. Montgomery on the far side. He's being forced wide. He'll get it behind the net to Alexander Stocker. Near side play over to Will Von Iser. Von Iser trying to dance around a defender. Will have to go back behind the net to Stocker. Up high now to Brass. Brass will go. Oh, and then the pass trying to get it over to Mark Rabusi. Unable to connect on that one. So a turnover for the Hawks. I would give that. You can only give the turnover to one person, but that was kind of split between Brass and Rabusi there, as Rabusi wasn't able to field it cleanly. And now a clear for Aurora. Here's Joas, Griffin Joas. A light rain falling here at Stuart Field. Supposed to pick up a little bit as we go along. As Strub fires and he gets it into that right corner past Johnson. And Ben Strub has his second goal of the match and a 2-0 lead for Aurora. Okay. Aurora goal is second of the match, scored by number 17, Ben Strub. So Strub with his second goal of the match. And Aurora out to a 2-0 lead. We have just under 10 minutes to play, 9:58 to the circle we go. Canyon Kukul going up against Eli Etzler, and Etzler's won his third consecutive draw. Or face-off, I should say. Draws women's lacrosse, face-off for men's. He got the ground ball on that as well. Over on the near side we go. Chris Bucci behind the net. They'll swing it over to the near side now. There's Strub once more. Strub gets through, and a save made on the shot from Strub by Kyle Johnson. Quick outlet to Henry Rankin, and the Hawks get a clear. Rankin bounces it, tried to get it over to Brass, but it was a turnover. And picked up, ground ball recovery by Benjamin Jasper, number 15. And now here comes Aurora going the other way. Strub fires and scores. Ben Strub with the assist by number 43. Rylan Pora gets the assist. And it's a 3-0 lead, already a hat trick for Strub with 9:04 to go. Aurora goal is third of the match, scored by number 17, Ben Strub. Assist number 43, Rylan Pora. And once again in the circle, it's Etzler against Canyon Kukul, and that's a face-off win for Aurora once more as a ground ball recovery by Owen Spencer. Now Spencer drops it up high to Tyler Forstall. Oh, and then a wide open player and a save made on that shot. As left wide open was Travis Weishottle. He got a shot off, but it was up high, and Kyle Johnson able to field that one. And now a clear as Owen Dewasaki trying to get inside the attack zone, looking for an outlet, and he's getting hassled from behind. And we got to see if we get a turnover finally. We do. And getting the ground ball is Tyler Forstall. So good job defensively by Aurora to knock that ball free. And in tight shot, score. Shot and a goal from number 5. That's Connor Bolton. Assist number 43, Rylan Pora. Aurora goal scored by number 5, Connor Bolton. Assist number 43, Rylan Pora. Timeout, Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech timeout. So Illinois Tech has called a timeout. They trail 4-0 here, just under 8 minutes to play, 7:57. We'll take an audio break with them. You're watching Illinois Tech Men's Lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back at Stuart Field, timeout has concluded for the Scarlet Hawks as they come back out on the field. We're going to go to the circle. It's going to be Tomas Sheffrin for the Hawks this time against Eli Etzler. Etzler's won all the draws, all the faceoffs so far for Aurora. Let's see if that trend changes here with Sheffrin in the circle for the Hawks this time. And that's another face-off win for Etzler and Aurora. As Pora gets the ball over to Chris Bucci. Back over to Pora. And now Bucci. Bucci trying to cut in. That looked like a shot attempt. That one went wide. And that's going to be Illinois Tech ball. So one and done there for Aurora after the shot there by Bucci. And now it's Kyle Johnson who will get things restarted. Finds Henry Rankin over on the far sideline. Rankin will bring it upfield and tosses it to Micah Manukian, who is over on the near side, and a clear for the Scarlet Hawks as they get into the attack zone. First time in a while. Behind the net they go, Alexander Stocker. He'll circle over to the near side, being pushed to the perimeter. And they'll go high to Jackson Brass. In the circle they go to Connor Montgomery, who slow steps, then speeds up a little bit, trying to elude the defender. Gets a shot off, and a save made by Deputy. And it's going to be Illinois Tech ball. No, it's going to be Aurora ball, they say. So a one and done for the Scarlet Hawks. That was a tough angle shot for Montgomery, but at this point, the Hawks need all the shots they can get. And Deputy was able to deny that tough angle attempt by Montgomery. Aurora inside the zone with a clear, but a turnover. Actually, now the ball is still loose, hasn't changed hands yet, so Aurora is able to keep. So now running through the circle is Spencer. Spencer up high, being fronted there by Duasaki. Now Spencer eludes Duasaki, gets the shot off. That one went well wide. And it'll go over into the far corner. It'll remain Aurora ball. And they'll get it on the restart over in the near corner by Pora. Here's Pora. Rylan Pora circling back. He'll drop it behind the net. Over they go to Owen Spencer. Spencer circling around. Shot. Ball is loose. Johnson didn't see it. He made the save. And then he was able to get the ground ball. So Johnson gets the ground ball. Rankin gets the release over to Jonathan Vitale. And Vitale inside the zone. Now they'll go behind the net to Stockerp. Stockerp being forced wide over on the far side. He slips, gets back up. Good defense being applied there by Noah Kosmicki. Now Stockerp looking for an outlet. Up high they go to Diego Sosa. It's the first time we've called Sosa's name. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery circles left, goes right and left, gets a shot off, goes wide. And we get a timeout, Aurora. I think they have possession, or maybe not, we'll see. Timeout, Aurora. Aurora timeout. So Aurora calls the timeout. We'll keep it here. It's a 4-0 lead for Aurora. There's 5:07 to go here in the first quarter, not fourth quarter. I'm trying to fast forward things here. You're on a damp, cold night on the south side of Chicago. Just a light drizzle falling right now. Illinois Tech women's lacrosse was in Aurora earlier today. That was a rough go for the Scarlet Hawks as they fell to the tough Spartans women's team by a score of 24-1. So big victory there for Aurora Spartans, University Spartans women's lacrosse team. And the men's team out front here at Illinois Tech in the men's match, 4-0 with 5:07 to go in the first quarter. All right, so looks like it will be Illinois Tech's ball on the restart. It was just an Aurora timeout after the stoppage of play. Now Yano Porter will get things moving. Gets it up to Jackson Brass. Brass will dance over towards the far sideline. Then looking for a lane, tries to spin around, gets a shot off. That one's saved by Deputy. Deputy with the ground ball. and they push that ball upfield over to Owen Smith for the clear. Aurora with the clear, and quickly into transition they go. A shot and a save off the stick of Griffin Joas. Kyle Johnson with the save. Boy, what a quick transition by Aurora, but nice job by Johnson to get the save. And a one and done for Aurora as Rankin pushes that ball upfield. We get a clear for Illinois Tech. As Will Von Iser will wait until he has an outlet. Now they had to wait for Rabusi to get into the attack zone. So Von Iser spending some time behind the goal line to let that happen. Now Rabusi gets that ball near the circle. Rabusi over to Brass. Brass fakes the pass, spins around, shoots, and a save made by Deputy. That one might have been wide, but Deputy made the save anyways, and now another quick outlet. And here come the Spartans. Got a clear for Aurora as they go over to Tyler Forstall on the near side. Forstall behind the net. Oh, the pass to Joas goes wide. So that'll be a turnover for Forstall. And it'll be Illinois Tech ball. Johnson over to Bodie Gortson. Gortson flipping it. Oh, he had it stolen away. So a turnover, and then he gets the turnover back, Forstall does. And now Aurora inside the zone, and a nice defensive play there by Rankin. So a couple of fours making some good defensive plays for each of their teams. Henry Rankin with the ground ball recovery on that turnover. And now a clear for Illinois Tech as Jonathan Vitale gets the ball. Pass up high. They find Diego, check that, that's Yano Porter. Porter looking for a lane, and that pass too soft, and coming from behind to knock it free was Scotty Weiss. So Weiss with the turnover, or causing the turnover, and now Aurora with the clear. So another clear for Aurora as Forstall brings the ball up, slows it down, and hands it off to Chris Bucci. Bucci back to Forstall up high. Now Ben Strub coming into the attack zone. Strub with a hat trick, 3 of the 4 goals for Aurora, as we're down to just over 2 minutes remaining, 2:04. Strub back up high to Forrest. And a shot and a score by Chris Bucci. Assist to Griffin Joas. Aurora goal scored by number 6, Chris Bucci. Assist number 51, Griffin Joas. In the circle we go is Scheffrin against Etzler of Aurora. Let's see who wins the faceoff here. Etzler's had a big day in the circle, and that looks like it'll continue, yes. Ground ball recovery there for Austin Spokley. And then a turnover as a bad pass there from Rylan Pora, number 43. And that was turnover recovered there by Micah Manukian. So good job there getting his stick in the passing lane. Spinning around is Manukian. Now into the attack zone. Looking for Sosa, raising his hands, trying to draw the attention of Manukian, but the ball is knocked free. Who's going to come up with it? And it's going to be Aurora ball. As it had a foul or violation on Illinois Tech there. So here we go, Aurora looking to get the clear. They'll push it over to the near side they go. Oh, the ball just jumped out for a moment there. And then now we have a successful clear for Aurora. Here's Forstall on the near side, slinging it over to Pora behind the net. Rylan Pora. Pora. Far side pass over to Travis Weishottle. Spinning around is Owen Spencer. Spencer has the ball dislodged, but he's able to get it back. Nice job by Spencer to maintain possession there after having the ball dislodged. Now here's Pora. Pora on the far side. Passes it in tight, and a shot by Connor Bolton, 5. And that one, not sure if Johnson got a piece of it or went wide, but either way. And the whistle here is the restart for Joas. Joas, 12 seconds on the shot clock. We're going to get a penalty on Illinois Tech, so shot clock was winding down. The quarter winds down. And then we'll find out what the penalty is when we come back. This is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks men's lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back at Stuart Field, 5-0 lead for Aurora, and they will have a man advantage here for 1 minute. As we have, I believe it's okay. Penalty was on Micah Manukian for slashing, so he'll be off for 1 minute. So man-up opportunity for Aurora as we start the second quarter. We got to see who's there. So the penalty is actually on number 19, Alton Brown. There's a shot. That one high and wide. Might have deflected off of the stick of Kyle Johnson. So about 30 seconds and a goal. Chris Bucci gets the goal with the assist from 17. Ben Strub, that's a man-up goal for Aurora, and they go up 6-0. Aurora goal scored by number 5. Connor Bolton, assist number 17, Ben Strub. That's a man-up goal. And we get a Scarlet Hawks win on the face-off, so that was Dwayne Akins in the circle for the Hawks, and he gets a face-off win for Illinois Tech. First one of the match, I believe, or maybe the second, but big advantage for Aurora so far as Diego Sosa hops on for offense. As Connor Montgomery being fronted there by Owen Spencer. Montgomery goes behind the net to Stockerp. Over to Sosa. Tried to feed it inside. Tried to do a touch pass over to Yano Porter. Went wide, and then on the recovery was Montgomery. Up high to Jackson Brass on the near side. Brass trying to feed it over to Stockerp. Stockerp can't see it. And now a battle for it in the far corner. Who's going to come up with it? A kick there by Aurora. Nice job, but it's still loose. They can't find it, and then finally getting it is Yano Porter. So only 14 seconds on the shot clock. Sosa looking for an outlet. Up high they go to Montgomery. It's on the ground. They have to get a shot off here. He'll shoot. Bounce shot, score. No, it hit the side of the net. Side of the net. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Now the restart for Stockerp, and he'll just dump it per instructions from head coach Charbaugh, Dan Charbaugh on the sideline there. That'll be a shot clock violation for Illinois Tech. So now Aurora looking for the clear, and they get it as they'll get that ball up high to Owen Smith. Smith hands it off to Strub. And he got shoved down, did Smith, for his efforts there. He's back on the sidelines. Here's Forstall on the near side. Up high to Bucci, Chris Bucci. And now to Carson Leader. Leader tries to pass it in the middle. It's picked up by Strub. Strub circling around Alton Brown. And a pass, that shot goes wide off of the stick of Forstall. It'll be Aurora ball. 34 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Pora, Rylan Pora. Pora working around Bodie Gortson. Pass inside was not connected with. It goes wide, but it's picked up by Forstall now on the far side. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Forstall up high. Forstall. And then a pass misses connection but goes to Strub. Strub fires and scores. To who? The kid borderline. Aurora goal scored by number 17, Ben Strub. So in the circle we go. It's a 7-0 lead for Aurora with 11:46 to go here in quarter number 2. Etzler against Akins. And it'll be a violation for Aurora, so another face-off win for Illinois Tech. That one coming off the face-off violation. And now Illinois Tech inside the offensive zone. They haven't had a whole lot of shots. And obviously they've been shut out to this point, so looking for their first tally. Ball over to Von Iser. Will Von Iser will run behind the net, and then circle back, being pressured from behind there by Easton Larson. Ball is rolled over to Mark Rabusi on the far side. Rabusi goes up high. He was looking to pass to Montgomery, but good defense being applied by Dean Romiker. And now tumbling down was Rabusi. Ball is loose, and that's a ground ball recovery by Benjamin Jasper. He might have gotten the caused turnover as well. So 15 in blue, and now a clear for Aurora. Quickly upfield are the Spartans. And they'll bring it up high over to Forstall. And now running into the fray will be Travis Weishottle. Forstall in the circle. Pass over to Spencer. Spencer pass to Owen Meyer. Meyer dropped it and got it back. And now being played by Spencer. Spencer to Meyer. Meyer's shot goes high and wide. That'll be Aurora ball. Behind the net is Joas, Griffin Joas. Joas circling around near side, shoots. That one goes wide. Oh, they'll reset that one. They say Johnson got a piece of that one, so they reset the shot clock. Here's Spencer. Owen Spencer. That ball knocked free. Duasaki gets the cause turnover and the ground ball in the clear for Illinois Tech. Nice job by 42 and White. Cause turnover, ground ball, and the clear for the Hawks. Now Jackson Brass. Over in the far corner is Brass. Brass trying to rush around the near side corner. He'll bring it back up high to Stockerp. In the circle we go to Diego Sosa. Here's Connor Montgomery to his left of Sosa. And he's up high. They'll go over to Brass. Brass gets around a defender, pushes the shot, and a save made by Deputy, but it looks like we're going to get a penalty on Aurora possibly, and we'll see what the call is here. A slashing. Blue? Yeah. The penalty was on Noah Kosmicki for slashing, so 1 minute. Hawks with a man-up advantage here. Oh, and he temporarily lost the far side scoreboard. Oh, and then a turnover. As Von Iser's pass to Brass was too high, and some of the Scarlet Hawks trying to be extra careful knowing that the pressure being applied by Aurora, they've had a few turnovers off some casual passes, but that one went way too high, and Brass wasn't able to corral that one. The ball knocked loose from Aurora by Alton Brown. It's loose in the circle, 50-50 ball. Who's going to come up with it? Ball is still loose, flicked in the air by Rankin, and then Micah Manukian eventually got it, and then Alton Brown. Brown through the circle. Oh, and then his pass. The Hawks with two bad passes to Brass and another turnover. That one by Alton Brown. And that'll pretty much kill off the penalty time for Aurora here shortly, if it isn't already. Oh, penalty. Yeah, penalty is over. Back on the field will be Kosmicki for Aurora as he takes his spot on the defense for the Spartans. 7-0 lead for Aurora. Just 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Owen Spencer fires a shot, and that one goes wide. It'll be Aurora ball with 32 seconds remaining on the shot clock. As Rylan Pora will take it over near the far corner. And now he'll bring it around to the near side. Pora being defended there by Bodie Gortson. Pora feeding it inside to Joas, and Joas's shot was forced high. And now we're down to 20 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense there by the Hawks. That might have been Owen Silverman getting the stick up high to cause Joas's shot to go wide. Now Bucci with a shot and scores! Chris Bucci with the goal. And it's an 8-0 lead for Aurora with 7:33 to go here in the second quarter. Aurora goal scored by number 6, Chris Bucci. Now it's 8-0. To the circle we go. New faceoff man for Aurora. It's Tanner Spokley. Also, his brother Austin Spokley, number 20, so a couple Spokeleys, and a face-off win for Dwayne Akins. He's had the best success in the circle for the Hawks, and another pass too high for Brass. That one, though, in tight, trying to get a close-range shot for Brass, but just unable to make the connection. So 12 and White just not getting the touches on the passes that he's looking for, as now Grubb brings it up in a clear for Aurora. Now they'll go behind the net. Over to Forstall, far side. And up high they go to Bucci. Chris Bucci with at least a pair of goals so far. And shot, and that one's saved by Johnson. Recovered by Forstall. Forstall in tight, shot goes wide. And now over to the far side they go. And picking up the ball is Strub. Here's Carson Leader. Now over to Joas. Griffin Joas, near side. Trying to find Bucci, but he'll bring it back up high to Leader. Now Leader to Strub. Ben Strub getting it all the way, and a save made by Johnson. And a ground ball recovery there by 13. That'll be Drake Dubeck with the recovery and the clear for the Hawks. Dubeck now to Porter. Over to Connor Montgomery. 8-0. Aurora on top. 5:57 to go here in the second quarter. Dubeck getting congratulations coming off the field. The Hawks bench. That was a nice turnover and ground ball recovery. And now the ball goes over to the far corner. And they're going to say it's Illinois Tech ball. And it's Illinois Tech ball. As Stockerp. Pass goes awry there. Intended recipient was Von Iser, but it was a recovery by Aurora on the turnover. Now Aurora finding Owen Spencer. Owen Spencer, oh, nice spin move. Shot. Johnson with the save. Reset on the shot clock. And now Joas, Griffin Joas. Far side. Over to Travis Weishottle. Weishottle gets it back. Weishottle over to Forstall. Forstall loses it but gets it back. Now finds Joas on the far side. Joas being pushed to the perimeter, so they'll go behind the net. Pora, and then over to Spencer. Spencer's shot goes wide. They'll circle around, they do again. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Forstall over to Weishottle. And a shot by Owen Spencer was forced high and wide. And only 11 seconds remain on the shot clock. See if the Hawks can get a defensive stand here. Pora battling around Bodie Gordson. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And that'll be a shot clock violation for Aurora, so it'll be Illinois Tech ball. And now we're on the restart. Here's Jackson Brass over on the near side waiting for some reinforcements as Sosa and Montgomery come into the picture. Now Montgomery will peel back out. They have to wait for an exit by Manukian. So now Manukian out and Connor Montgomery in. Here's Sosa. Sosa behind the net to Stockerp. Stockerp has the ball knocked loose. Great defense being applied there by Kosmicki. Double team now is Stockerp, and it's going to be Aurora ball. So not only the offense, but the defense for the Spartans causing the turnovers. And great defense being applied there by Kosmicki. That's why Aurora is tops in the conference. 8-0. We're down to 3:01 remaining in the second quarter. It's been all Aurora. And now Ben Strub. Strub finds a lane, shoots, and a save made by Johnson on the shot by Strub. Gortson gets it back to Johnson. Now they'll go to Rankin. Rankin will push it upfield, finds Diwasaki in the circle. Diwasaki being pressured from behind, looking for an outlet, and finds Jackson Brass as Diwasaki will check out. Now Brass will wait for reinforcements. Here's Will Von Iser. Was going to throw it to Von Iser, but he was being marked from behind by Scotty Weiss, so good recognition there by Brass not to get it over to Von Iser at that moment. Here's Rabusi behind the net. He'll circle over to the near side. And up high they go. They'll make a connection there with Von Iser. Behind the net, Rabusi. Now Montgomery. Near side over to Logan McLean. McLean knocked down, gets back up. Still has possession. Now to Brass. Jackson Brass. Nice pick set by McLean, but not a lane there for Brass. He's going to have to circle around. Find one shot and a save made by Deputy. Rebound. Score! Jackson Brass picking up his own rebound. Initial save by Deputy, but the ball came loose. And Jackson Brass got the rebound goal. And the Hawks are on the board with 1:30 remaining here in the second quarter. Illinois Tech goal scored by number 12, Jackson Brass. So Brass breaks the shutout, and the Hawks are on the board trailing 8-1 with 1.5 to go here in the second quarter. What a great individual effort by Brass as he worked to find a lane. And that'll be a face-off violation for Aurora, so Illinois Tech will pick up a face-off win, and let's see if they can get another goal before they close out the first half. Cut their deficit to 6. Here's Diego Sosa as we're coming up on 1:15 remaining. Behind the net they go. Now to Von Iser. 1 minute remaining in the half. 1 minute. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery with a tough angle shot. Save made. Oh, and an attempt there by Von Iser. And we're going to get a timeout, Illinois Tech, with 47.9 seconds remaining. They'll have possession. Creative shot attempt there by 18. Von Iser tried the behind-the-back shot. It was saved. Deputy was able to get a piece of that one. Shot clock reset, but at this point, though, it's 47.9 seconds remaining, so the point will be moot with the shot clock, but it's timeout Illinois Tech, and we'll take it, or we'll keep it here. As Coach Sharbaugh looking to draw something up to get another goal and go into halftime trailing by 6 as opposed to 7. Still a big lead for Aurora, but they're able to – Hawks are looking to cut that deficit down to 6 as they talk it over. Aurora getting back on the field. Illinois Tech still huddling. They haven't called the timeout yet. Just waiting for the clock to go down, or hear the air horn to sound. Timeout. This feels like the timeout should be over. All right, referee whistled it, and the air horn sounds, so that should be the expiration of the timeout there. So now we'll look for the reset. As it'll be Yano Porter behind the net. 47.9 seconds. Here we go. Here's Porter. Porter spinning back to the far side. Porter now to Sosa. Up high to Montgomery. Swing it over to Von Iser. Here's Jackson Brass. Brass behind the net. Brass being double teamed. Looking for an outlet. Gets it in tight. Shot. Porter. Save made. Might have hit the post, but either way. Oh, and then a bad pass. Who's going to come up with it? And it is Deputy coming up with it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halftime score, Aurora 8 and IllinoisTech 1. Hey there.
Hi. So we have 3 sets of prizes, if you don't mind announcing 3 different ticket numbers.
Sure. Am I announcing the prize too? What? What? Okay. Okay. Hey, one less thing I have to worry about. All right, you guys are going to draw. I'm not drawing. So you guys draw it, and I'll do the spiel here, and then we'll get to the thing. We have to get some prints done, too, here, so. As we take a break at halftime, we want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Your energy, your support, and your dedication to these athletes makes all the difference. This week is special. It's Division III week, a celebration of the student athletes who balance academics and athletics at a high level, recognizing the importance of both in conjunction with each other. Our athletes represent the true spirit of D3, competing for the love of the game, pushing themselves on and off the field, and building a community that lasts beyond the final whistle. To our fans, family, friends, classmates, alumni, thank you. You are a huge part of that community. Today is just one way we show our appreciation for you, because without your support, none of this would be possible. And as part of our celebration, we'll now be announcing our raffle prize winners, so keep your tickets handy and listen closely. At the where? Tent, okay. And for all winners, you will be able to claim your prize over at the tent. Our first raffle winner, ticket number 785990. 785990. Winner number 2, raffle ticket number 786002. 786002. Looks like we have some winners. Nope. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I think it went overboard. Oh, no. Our final ticket winner, 785997. 785997. Thank you to all of our fans, and thank you for participating in the raffle. And congratulations to all of our winners. Again, you can claim your prize over by the tent near the entrance to Stuart Field. And once again, thank you to our Student Athlete Advisory Council for putting together the activities for tonight's Fan Appreciation Night.
Thank you, Eric, for being a part of it.
Oh, you're welcome, Mosey.
The
Thanks for doing that. Huh?
parents were actually like they all were having so much fun.
Yeah? Was good. And back at Stuart Field, it's an 8-1 lead for Aurora as we get ready to start the third quarter. And that's going to be a face-off win for Aurora. Let's get you some first half statistics. Aurora leading 8-1 at halftime. 33 shots to 12. 19 shots on goal to 8 for Aurora. Aurora was 1 for 1 with the man advantage. The Hawks were 0 for 1. 17 ground balls recovered by the Spartans. 12 for IllinoisTech. Anyways, it's a 9-1 lead. Bucci with the goal. And Rabusi is able to recover the ball there. So Bucci with 3 goals. Now here's Connor Montgomery. Gets it into Porter, and a save made by Deputy on the shot by Yano Porter. And we get a clear for Aurora. Inside the zone they come. Rain falling a little heavier here on this damp, cold night on the south side of Chicago. Here on April 9th, which I think is par for the course for Chicago weather, and it'll be mid-60s on Sunday. But we're not playing Sunday, we're playing right now. And looks like we have some equipment on the field. We got an official's timeout. So someone's glove, Aurora player's glove, came off. It's Aurora possession. Strub swings it around. In tight. Shot by Bucci. And that's a save made by Johnson as they reset the shot clock. Pass trying to get it over to Pora, and it's knocked loose, picked up by Bodie Gortson. Gortson with the clear, He's knocked down from behind. He maintains possession. Now we get a flag. So we'll get a delayed penalty call on Aurora as Rabusi has it over in the near corner. Rabusi behind the net. Now swing over to the near side, or far side. Far side, near side. He falls down as that turf is wet, but Rabusi gets back up, loses it. Recovered by Yano Porter briefly, and now Rabusi. Out of time, goes off the clock there, but no harm, no foul as the Hawks maintain possession. And now we go over to Connor Montgomery. Pass goes up high. Brass recovers. Jackson Brass down to 28.7 seconds on the shot clock. Brass lofts it over to Montgomery. Montgomery, slingshot. And that one goes wide. And now we'll have the penalty assessed. As they'll say, that one actually was a save by Deputy, but now we'll get the penalty call. White's 7. One 7, that's Strub. Ben Strub with the push. And a 1-minute man advantage for Illinois Tech, and they could use it. They trail by 8, 9-1 with 10:26 to go. So man advantage for Illinois Tech. Here's Jackson Brass up to Von Iser, back to Brass. Swing it around to Sosa. Now Stockerp. Stockerp to Porter. Porter back to Stockerp, up high to Von Iser. Brass. Oh, Brass tried to shoot or move before he had the ball, and the ball is picked up by Diwasaki, who gets it back to Brass. 31 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Stockerp. Stockerp picks up the ground ball. Now to Sosa. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Diego Sosa being double teamed. Puts it up high to Brass. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Behind the net they go. Here's Rabusi. Rabusi tries to get a shot or a pass. Goes up high, and that's going to be a shot clock violation on Illinois Tech as the penalty is over. So 0 for 1, 0 for 2 on man advantages for Illinois Tech as they get the shot clock violation and a empty man advantage opportunity. Play along the near side they go. Battle, and coming up with it, we're going to get a flag on Illinois Tech as Dean Romiker had come up with it. And it's 32. It's Rabusi with the penalty. 1-minute penalty for slashing on Mark Rabusi. 1-minute penalty. That'll go to 8-11. So now Aurora will have a man advantage opportunity. And again, they're 1 for 1 in their lone opportunity in that first half. Okay. Nice defense being applied there by Owen Silverman, causing that shot from Carson Leader to go wide. As you could hear the aluminum or graphite colliding on that shot. That one high. Off of the stick of Strub. Toss over there from Forstall. Back to Forstall up high. Over to Strub on the near side. Feeding it inside. Shot from Connor Bolton. And a save made by Johnson. They'll reset the shot clock as Johnson got a piece of that one. Back over to Strub. Behind the net, Pora. Leader up high to Strub. That was a tough get, but he was able to knock it down and then pick up the ground ball. And a low angle shot there by Strub. That one goes wide. Spin around shot and getting a piece of it. Nice job there by Kyle Johnson to get the save. Now he'll push it up over to the far side. Owen Iwasaki lofts it in a little too high, but Alton Brown able to pick it up. Has the ball knocked free. And now Brass looking for it, and he's able to get it. Jackson Brass. He'll cut through the circle as he waits for reinforcements to come on. He's got Connor Montgomery to his right. Now a brief pick set there by Manukian. And Brass takes it over to the near side. Now Manukian will peel out. We'll get a substitution for Illinois Tech. Here's Rabusi behind the net. Loses it. Knocked down. Loses possession, and it'll be Aurora ball. So a turnover by the Hawks. Empty possession. Jasper caused the turnover and the ground ball recovery by Kosmicki. And now Aurora quickly back on offense as the rain falls a little heavier here in the second half. Far side they go. Forstall back up high to Travis Weishottle. Weishottle looking for an outlet. He'll peel back. Weishottle eludes a defender. Now looking for a lane, goes behind the net as they circle over to the near side. Aurora. Spencer in tight. Shot, score. Connor Bolton. With the assist by Owen Spencer, number 25. Aurora goal scored by number 5, Connor Bolton. Assist number 25, Owen Spencer. In the circle we go. And it's a recovery for Aurora, so another face-off win there for Eli Etzler and the Spartans. Shot, score! Eli Etzler gets the goal. Aurora goal scored by number 28, Eli Etzler. So Etzler gets the face-off win, and he winds up getting the goal as well. And it's an 11-1 lead for Aurora. And a face-off win for Aurora, as getting the ground ball and face-off win was Tanner Spokley. And we get a turnover by Aurora. Kyle Johnson gets the ground ball. We'll push it over to Henry Rankin. Rankin's pass upfield to Manukian. He loses it, and it's going to be Aurora ball. So a turnover by, not sure if Manukian ever had possession, but either way, it's a Scarlet Hawk turnover. And now on the restart. Behind the net is Griffin Joas. Joas finds Pora. Circles Strub. Back over to Forstall. Tyler Forstall. Forstall, Silverman. Forstall down low. They'll ring it around over to the near side. Cutting inside. Bucci. Shot goes high. It'll be Aurora on the reset. Here's Bucci. Bucci on the far side. Over to Forstall. Forstall. Behind the net. Pora. Forstall. Being guarded by Manukian. Tyler Forstall. Tough angle shot. Score! Tyler Forstall with the goal. And it's a 12-1 lead for Aurora. Aurora goal scored by number 4, Tyler Forstall. So 12-1 Aurora. In the circle we go. Eli Etzler. Owen Iwasaki trying to keep it in play. Had his stick knocked loose. And it's going to be a recovery for Aurora. On the restart is Owen Spencer. Spencer to Joas. Griffin Joas. Back to Joas behind the net. Now to Pora. Pora up high to Weishottle, Travis Weishottle. He dances around, loses Vitali for a moment. Owen Spencer behind the net. They'll wing it back around the far side to Pora. Pora being pushed high is Rylan Pora. And a shot by Owen Spencer goes wide. It'll be Aurora ball. 29 seconds on the shot clock for the Spartans. 12-1 lead with 3:25 to go here in the third quarter. As Aurora has been in control from the start. Lone goal by the Hawks coming off of a good individual effort from Jackson Brass, following up his own shot, getting his own rebound and putting it past Asher Deputy. That's the only one that Deputy is allowed, and the Hawks haven't had a whole lot of shots to begin with. Johnson finds Rankin. Rankin lofted up high in the circle. There's Diwasaki. Diwasaki gets it into the attack zone. He'll fire. A shot goes wide. Owen Diwasaki with the shot. Illinois Tech will remain possession. Good job by 42 to get the reception. Get the clear for the Hawks and get a shot off. Montgomery with a bounce shot, and that one goes wide. And it's going to be Illinois Tech ball on the recovery. On the restart, Rabusi, his Deputy's out of his net, and they're going to say he stepped over the back line. Or no, they get a timeout here? Blue 32. A delay a game. 30-second penalty, delay a game on Noah Kosmicki. So the Hawks will have a man advantage here for the next 30 seconds. Looking to get their second tally. It'll be Stockerp on the restart for Illinois Tech over by that near corner. Here we go. Montgomery over to Brass. Lofts it high to Stockerp. Back to Stockerp. Von Iser to Montgomery. Over to Brass. Brass looking for a lane, doesn't have it. Von Iser to Montgomery. Back to Brass. Brass again trying to get around a defender. Fires a shot and a block. Getting in front of that one, but getting a rebound attempt was Rabusi. Shot goes wide. Now we're going to get a flag. So the penalty is over, but we're going to get another penalty. Thirty seconds? Yeah, 30-second penalty for a push on Dean Romaker. So another man advantage for the Scarlet Hawks. They almost got an opportunity there. Let's see if the Hawks can put another one past Deputy. With 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's Montgomery high with the shot. And it'll be Aurora ball. On the restart. The penalty will be expiring here in 3 seconds. And that's a clear for Aurora. There's Strub. Both teams back at full strength. So back-to-back man advantage opportunities for Illinois Tech go by the wayside. And they still have that lone goal by Jackson Brass. There's Bucci on the near side, Chris Bucci. He slips, gets back on his feet. Hands it off to Strub. Strub and Alton Brown. Strub with the shot, save made by Johnson. And a reset on the shot clock for Aurora after that save by Johnson. Here's Leader. Carson Leader being forced over to Strub. Strub looking for a lane, spinning. Strub shooting, and a save made by Johnson. Kyle Johnson on the save on the shot by Strub. He'll get it back and loft it over to Henry Rankin, who's got some room. He'll push it up to Micah Manukian. And a clear for Illinois Tech as they get it over the midfield stripe. They hand it off over to Yano Porter. Jackson Brass will take it near the circle. Brass. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery trying to get a shot off. Montgomery shoots, scores! Connor Montgomery with the time winding down. In the third quarter, Montgomery gets the goal. Illinois Tech goal scored by number 7, Connor Montgomery. Unassisted. So Montgomery with the unassisted tally as the Hawk bench was counting down the time remaining in the third quarter. And it's 2.3 seconds left after Montgomery's goal cut the deficit to 12-2. So after coming up empty and back-to-back man advantage opportunities, as no draw face-off win there as the horn sounded before the recovery can happen by Tanner Spokley. So we'll go to the fourth quarter. It's Aurora 12, Illinois Tech 2. You're watching Illinois Tech men's lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Start of the fourth quarter, and the referee allowed the late entrance to the field there, so now they'll do the restart for the face-off. Canyon Kukul in the circle against Eli Etzler. Actually, no, that's 36. My bad for Aurora. That was Tanner Spokley. The Illinois Aurora ball on the near sideline as that ball was dislodged from Bodie Gortson. 12-2 Aurora. Both original goalkeepers are in the net, so it looks like both goalkeepers should go the distance, but we'll keep an eye on that. As a shot goes high. Off the shot from Owen Meyer. And a shot attempt there by 56. That was Luke DuPont. That shot went wide. Now behind the net they go. Oh, and a steal by Henry Rankin. Off the turnover there from 56, Luke DuPont. And the Hawks looking for a clear, they get it. So Hawks with the clear. Micah Manukian now. He'll loft it over to Connor Montgomery. Montgomery high to Porter. All he could do was knock it down and it went into the stick of Asher Deputy. So a turnover. Or you could call it a shot attempt. Either way, probably a shot attempt would be better. But it was all that Porter could do with the high pass. And now the Hawks get the ball back. And now Manukian looking to find an outlet to get that ball upfield for a clear. They'll go across the field over to Connor Montgomery, who taps it, but it goes out of bounds. So we'll get a turnover by the Hawks. That'll be on Manukian. 1. And now Aurora has possession. Aurora now going deep into their bench as we're getting a bunch of new players on the turf. One of those is 55, Owen Meyer, although he was in for a little bit in that first half. Here he is. Here's Meyer. Meyer circling back, being forced there by Drake Dubeck over on the near side. And they'll spin it around behind the net. Over to Luke Smith. Michael Hudick. And now back to Owen Meyer. Owen Meyer, pass attempt was knocked down by Henry Rankin, but Aurora recovers. That is Luke DuPont with the ground ball. 56. Hudick gets it behind the net, tossed in, shot, score! The goal by Luke Smith, assist 51, Griffin Joas. Aurora goal scored by number 9, Luke Smith. Assist number 51, Griffin Joas. In the circle we go. Canyon Kukul for Illinois Tech. And Liam Pfeiffer for Aurora. Face-off win for Kukul. He gets in, shoots. Oh, and getting a save was Deputy on the shot from Kukul. Ball was knocked loose, a caused turnover there from 19, Alton Brown. Ground ball recovery by 2, that was Bodie Gortson. And the Hawks will reset behind the net. Rebusi rolls it over to Connor Montgomery on the far side, who rolls it up high to Alexander Stockerp, who will cut through the circle, does Stockerp. 13-2 lead for Aurora. Here's Stockerp being forced wide. Now to Jackson Brass. Brass. Pass behind the net, feeding it inside. Tough shot. Rebusi tried to get it up high past Deputy. Unable to do so, and then Deputy was able to track down the loose ball, but then Brass looking for the steal. And it's recovered by Aurora. 38, that is Gabe Zaff, who got the ground ball recovery for Aurora, and then he'll check out, rotate out, as Aurora gets in some offensive reinforcements. And we get a offsides call against Aurora. So it'll be IllinoisTech ball. IllinoisTech working it through the circle is Montgomery. Lofts it high, trying to get Manukian. He's able to recover. Hawks get it clear. Jackson Brass behind the net. Up high, they go to Montgomery. Shot save made by Deputy. Rebound is loose. Who's going to come up with it? And it's Aurora. Ground ball recovery by Zapp again. That's 38. Gabe Zaff. So a nice couple plays by Zapp in back-to-back sequences for Aurora, but now a turnover. Here's Yano Porter. Porter will peel back, finds Von Iser. Will hand it off to Rebusi. Stockerp with him now. Now Rebusi finding a lane, going behind the net to Porter. Up high, Logan McLean. Here's Logan McLean, and guarded there by Dean Romiker. Now Brass with Gabe Zapp marking him over on the far corner. Brass swings it all the way around, up high to Stockerp, who had to track it down, wouldn't get a clean possession. Porter with the slingshot goes wide, and it's going to be Aurora recovery after the shot. So nice job by Asher Deputy as he sprints out of that net to get the proximity clear for Aurora. And Gabe Zaff clears it for the Spartans. Lofts it over to the far sideline and finds a connection to Connor Stockton. Stockton had it knocked off by Alton Brown. Who's going to come up with it? Ground ball recovery for Drake Dubeck. So Brown with the caused turnover, and the ground ball recovery by Dubeck. Shot, and Rebusi scores. So nice sequence. Nice sequence for IllinoisTech there. And it looks like Aurora has called a timeout. They have. IllinoisTech goal. Scoring on number 32, Mark Rebusi. Unassisted. Timeout, Aurora. Aurora timeout. So Aurora with the timeout as they're talking it over. Hawks cut the lead back, or the deficit back to 10. And Aurora coach Reed Mayberry calling a timeout there. He didn't like what he saw from his effort from the Spartans. So even though they're up by 10, still coaching them hard here as the Spartans have big expectations to make a deep run in the postseason. And even though this is just a regular season conference match and they're up by 10, he didn't like the effort he saw there, and he wants things cleaned up. So he's sending a message to his team to get things cleaned up. Meanwhile, for the Hawks, a good defensive effort there as they got a caused turnover and then a ground ball recovery by Dubeck. And the Hawks were able to set up their offense, and Rabusi able to get a goal in tight. To the circle we go. Canyon Kukul for the Hawks. I believe that is Tanner Spokley for Aurora. 36, yes. Oh, good effort by Kukul, but he wasn't able to come up with the ball. And then coming up with it was 31 Hunter Walls. What a job by Aurora as Kukul looked to have possession there. He warded off an Aurora player, tried to shield him, but then he had the ball knocked loose. And then a recovery there by Walls. Face-off win for Aurora. Pass over to the near side, recovered by Henry Leff, number 27 in blue. Here's Leff. Drops it behind the net. Now they'll swing it over on the far side. That is Caden Bunes. He gets it back over on the far side. Now down low. Working around, slot, shot, score! I think that's Luke DuPont, 56. Yeah, 56 gets the goal for Aurora. Aurora goal scored by number 56, Luke DuPont, unassisted. And we get a goaltender change for Aurora as they go up 14-3. And now in net for the Spartans is Zach Fusi. So we get a face-off violation for the Hawks. It'll be Aurora ball. .6:24 to go. It's a 14-3 lead for Aurora. Hawk goals by Rabusi, Montgomery at the end of the first half, and then a goal by Jackson Brass. Those are your three Hawk goal scorers. Multiple goal scorers for Aurora, as you can imagine. Bucci and Strub, the main participants, as a turnover there, caused by Henry Rankin and a ground ball by Henry Rankin. So good job by Four and White, giving possession to the Hawks. Now Brass will wait for some reinforcements to come on. There's Montgomery. Over to Porter. Behind the net, Rabusi. Mark Rabusi with a pick set by Porter. Give and go, back to Porter. He'll go back up high. Logan McLean. McLean gives it back. Oh, and then trying to get it inside, and then it's stolen away. Porter's pass was intercepted by Zach Fuzzy, so the turnover and a recovery by Fuzi. I'm going to verify that name. Yeah, it's Fusey. Zach Fusey. As Aurora works it around the perimeter, over to the far side and Connor Stockton. Up high to Henry Leff. Now over to Luke Smith. Here's Smith. Smith feeding it inside. Shot and a save made by Kyle Johnson. Off the shot from Luke DuPont. DuPont looking for his second tally. Johnson denied him. Now the pass over to Bodie Gortson. Pushes it to Connor Montgomery. We have a Hawk clear. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery peels back, finds Brass. Brass tried the slingshot, looking for a lane. He fans on it. And the ball is loose. And it's going to be picked up by Benjamin Jasper of Aurora, who throws it to the circle, and it's recepted there by Michael Hudick. And a turnover on the near side. Rankin looking to come up with a ground ball. He does. Owen Silverman. Silverman lofts it upfield, finds Jonathan Vitale, and the Hawks clear. Vitale over on the near side. Now Rabusi. And a goaltender change for the Hawks, as coming in will be number 21, Andrew Potter, in place of Kyle Johnson. Well, Kyle Johnson's night is done. Pass trying to get it over to Von Iser. That was a turnover by 32 in white. And a ground ball recovery by 37 in blue, Easton Larson. Oh, and the pass goes wide, but recovering it will be, to say Illinois Tech ball. It'll be Andrew Potter, feeds it over to Bodie Gortson. Gortson lofts it to Connor Montgomery, but Montgomery unable to pick it up. And who's going to come up with the loose ball? It's Aurora. Well, still loose, and now Alton Brown picks up the ground ball. Being pressured, he'll throw it over to Micah Manukian, looking across midfield. They do. Hawks finally. What? Yeah, we did see it. Thank you. Yeah. Head coach Dan Sharbaugh alerting the press box of the goalie change, which is always nice because sometimes we don't always see it. But that one we saw him stream on the field. So, and a save made there by Fusey. Ball is loose, and coming up with it is Gabe Zaff. Gabe Zaff with the ground ball. He's had a nice game here in the second half. We've called his number a lot. Aurora with another clear. In the circle they go to Caden. I don't get that name right. Well, no pronunciation there, so we'll go with Bunes. Caden Bunes. Caden Bunes with the ball. High pass, but knocked down by Luke Smith as we're coming up on 1 minute remaining. I'm not going to announce anything. I don't want to be scolded by the officials, so. Up they go, Alton Brown, clear for Illinois Tech. We're at a minute remaining. Brown now finds Brass. Brown will stay down there. Jackson Brass looking for some space. Brass being forced wide there. Good defense being applied by Benjamin Jasper. Now they go up high to Montgomery. 40 seconds remaining. Here's Connor Montgomery. Montgomery tried to spin inside, forced outside shot, and a save made by Fusey. Zach Fusey with the save, and Aurora looking to get a clear. They do. Aurora with the clear. As bringing it into the zone is Derek Breyer, 57. And they feed it inside. Shot, save, Potter. Shot coming from Hunter Walls, and a save by Potter. And horn sounds. Your final score, Aurora 14 and Illinois Tech 3. Aurora will move to 7-5 overall and to 7-0 in conference. Illinois Tech will fall to 6-6 overall and 5-2 in conference. And then let's take a look at those records. Well, trying to find them here. There they are. The winning goaltender will be Deputy. And Deputy is now 7-5 on the season. Kyle Johnson falls to 6-6. Final score, Aurora 14 and Illinois Tech 3. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's men's lacrosse game here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. This is Eric Willowite, Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics, saying so long. We'll see you next time, which will be this Saturday, as it'll be a lacrosse doubleheader, women's lacrosse and men's lacrosse taking on Cornell College. That's a 1 o'clock start for the women's match and a 3 o'clock start for the men's match this Saturday on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. So long, everybody.